After reading about the engineer's experience with the MRI machine and adapting it to become more suited for the customer, I've learned that it's more important than just functionality for a successful engineer to make a successful product. So even though his first design for the MRI machine was very functional and it did the precise job of what it needed to do, it wasn't enough to get the children over that barrier of not being afraid and having to bring in that anesthesiologist to complicate the process. So in a way, by actually becoming more human-centered in his design process, he is streamlining the actual MRI testing because no longer do they always need that anesthesiologist there. But also, it's important to give the user a very comforting experience because if they're not comfortable with what they just did, then they're not always gonna be more willing to go for additional tests if they actually need it. And so my favorite quote was Doug could have quit his job or simply resigned himself from the situation and moved on, but he didn't. So I love the part where he says, but he didn't, because when he was faced with a problem or a challenge, he didn't just give up. He decided to improve his design and come up with a better way of actually doing his job over at GE and create the best MRI that he could possibly make.